Hey, what's going on, guys? So I wasn't going to make another video on Halo for quite a while because as of my last Halo video, well, if you've seen it, you'd know that I'm quite beyond frustrated with the state of this franchise right now. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend going and watching it now. It is lengthy, but I think it's worth a watch. Link will be in the description and on screen. That being said, I just wanted to make this video because I was scrolling through Steam earlier and I came across the Halo MCC August update, and there's a lot of info in it. Some good, some not so good, so I wanted to cover it, give credit where credit's due, and offer to call out some things I felt needed criticism. So, let's get into it. First off, the collectible MOA statues that are present in Halo 3's campaign will now be coming to ODST and Reach as well. While I'm not opposed to this in any way, I do wish there was an option to turn these on and off, as when you're trying to take a cool screenshot and there's just this random golden MOA in the scene, it can get a little unnerving. Also, it really breaks immersion when I come across one of these things when trying to do a full-on lore playthrough, but that's just my 2 cents. Next up, we have something that I've been waiting for a really long time. I personally think it's a shame that someone at 343 spends so much time and effort creating these really awesome backgrounds for the menu screen, only to have them thrown away at the start of the next season, which, by the way, they're no longer calling them seasons. A minor but welcome change. I think the term seasons for updates is a far too generic and similar to what every other franchise is doing right now, so again, a small change, but a welcome one that I personally like. Now, players will be able to choose any of the previous backgrounds to use and display. All I want now is for them to give us the original backgrounds from the original releases of the games for when we go to select a campaign. I really miss the OG Halo 2 menu screen. There's quite a few minor changes and additions as well in this update that I don't really want to go too much into detail. There's going to be poses from Halo 4 returning, and there will be new ones for each game for both Spartans and Elites. The bandana and acrophobia skull will be added back to Halo Reach. There will be more medals and newer games featured in Halo 3, as well as more medals from the newer games featured in Halo 3, as well as quite a few cool Forge updates and new mod tools. Sadly, with the new mod tools, Halo Custom Edition maps will no longer be able to be played on MCC, due to a difference in how the mod tools work with Halo CE. I kinda knew this was bound to happen at some point, but it disappoints me that 343 can't find a way to either convert the original Custom Edition maps to work, or have them run separately somehow to the new mod tools. Maybe they'll come up with something in the future, but I don't see it happening, but I could be wrong. Now back to the big stuff, the 2 elephants in the room. First and foremost, we're finally getting new armor in Halo 2 Anniversary multiplayer, which is something I complained about in my last Halo video. They are as follows: Biroid, Breach, Megaframe, Panzerdoll, and Trooper. This is the part of the update I have some major gripes with, though. Let me just first say that while I am happy we're getting new armor, I'm not happy about the aesthetics of them. Really, there's only one that I think is serviceable and that fits the theme of Halo, and that's the Breach armor, which basically looks like Mark 6 and Commando armor from Halo Reach had a baby. It's pretty cool, but the others not only look really out of place, but extremely derivative. I mean, this one just straight up looks like a Megazord from Power Rangers. Ever since Halo 5, there's been kind of a meme that Spartans look like Power Rangers, but that was an insult, not a praise. I mean, this one piece of armor literally has a wheel on its foot just like the Megazords do. Honestly not happy with this. Then you've got another one that looks like Optimus Prime, and another one that kind of looks like Daedric armor from Skyrim. Add to the fact that we're getting armor for H2A when the game still, 8 years after release, only has 6 maps to play on. I really think 343's priority should be adding maps to this game rather than cosmetics. H2A multiplayer has been seriously neglected ever since it came out in 2014, which, in my opinion, is a damn shame because I honestly think it's one of the best Halo experiences out there, not just in MCC, but in the franchise as a whole. In my mind, H2A should have been Halo 5. It was that good. At the end of the day, this is far from the worst thing 343 has done, but it really does seem to show that they're either out of touch or, I don't really want to say don't care, but I would guess they're just really out of touch with what the fans actually want in this case. But who knows, maybe with MCC's 10th anniversary we can get some new maps. Now for some good news. 343 is finally, after years, addressing how grindy MCC's challenge system is. I made a video about this well over a year ago and got a decent amount of good feedback on it, and I also talked extensively about it in my last Halo video, so I am so relieved that they're finally going to be doing something about this. 343 is currently planning to give players points for leveling up just like it was the first time when the game first launched. Apparently, that was never meant to be a thing in the first place, but was only there because 343 had to delay the challenge system until after launch. For unknown reasons, they have since changed their mind and have now decided that players will be able to get points both from leveling up and from doing challenges, exactly the way I said it should be in my last video. Now for the even better news. Veteran players are not going to be left behind, and 343 is looking to make it so that if you're like me and you've leveled up loads, then you will retroactively get points for those levels earned. This is honestly so good to hear. While it is incredibly late, I'm still buzzing about it. In addition to this, 343 is also looking at, and I quote, making continued adjustments to ensure they, the challenges, feel even more rewarding and further aligned with achievable, positive play behaviors. While they haven't said specifically what that means, I really hope it means that XP-only challenges will be a thing of the past. But either way as well, now we get season points for leveling up, so at least there's that. XP challenges aren't completely useless. I really don't know why XP challenges were a thing in the first place. If challenges were always meant to be the only way to level up, it really doesn't make sense, but like I said, they're finally looking to fix it, so honestly buzzing. I legit stopped playing this game for a while because it became such a grind fest. Speaking of MCC's progression system, there is no new news about the proposed microtransactions other than 343 acknowledging that there was a lively conversation about it. I still don't want them in game, as 343 hasn't made a decision either way yet, but if they do put them in, at least you can level up through XP, and the progression system is going to be a lot easier. So those microtransactions will be significantly less predatory. So maybe all of our complaining is actually doing something, for once. Last but not least, there are several other smaller changes coming to the game, such as UI updates and improvements, double XP weekends returning, and several others that I don't have time to go into in this video. You can read the full article yourself. I'll put that in the description as well if you want to. Overall, I have to say that for the first time in a long time, I'm actually excited about what 343 is doing here, and while there are some negatives, I am slightly optimistic about this update, most notably the updates to the challenge and progression system. That's going to be it for me though. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe if you want to see more Halo, Ravenfield, modded, or other gaming related content. I upload at least weekly, and I have a lot of plans for this channel. Thanks for watching, and as always, have a great day and stay safe. Goodbye.
Look at this dude. Wait till you see the. No, 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 no. Look at the top of his head.